Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's session we are discussing trade receivable because I'm observing that from the past few attempts I see asking the topics which are like borrowings, trade receivable, trade payables. So you need to aware of it. What are the things included in trade receivable? Okay. So let's start the session. What is trade receivable? So listen to me. So if I'm making sales, okay, if I'm the company and there is a customer XYZ, okay, uh, for any, I'm making sales, okay, as a company I'm making sales to the customer. So any invoice raised by me, okay, to the customer, okay, for example, if I have raised the invoice for the sale, for making sales up of 50,000 rupees, and the customer paid only 25,000 rupees to me, okay, he has to make 50,000 rupees payment for the sales that I have made, but he has paid only 25,000. The remaining amount is 25,000. Thus remaining amount is trade receivable for me. As a company it is trade receivable for me, okay, you understood? He needs to pay that remaining amount of money, okay. So in this trade receivable you need to prepare aging report for while making financial statements. And I mean, when you clear the exams, you'll go to the articleship, then you'll learn how to make that, okay. I'm not going to explain that. If you want to explain further, you need to put it in the comment section, okay. Let it be, okay. Let's come to the topic. I'm telling okay every single time, even I'm irritating that. Okay, let's start the session, okay. So what the examiner is going to ask in the examination related to trade receivable. First thing, okay, I'm reading it. It is important to carry test of controls. Mark the word test of control, because when the examiner asks the question in the examination about a particular topic, you'll remember 3, 4, 5 topics related to the same uh, heading. I mean, for trade receivable, for anything, okay. So you'll get confused in the examination. So you need to remember the particular words to remember the answers, remember the points, okay. So it is important to carry out the test of controls, mark the word test of controls, for checking the effectiveness of internal control over sales. To check the effectiveness of the internal control over sales, it is important to carry out the test of controls, okay. So mark this word, you'll remember the answers very easily, okay. As a part of data's audit procedure, as a part of data's audit procedure, trade receivable data's, there's no difference between them, both are same. So following points are need to be considered in respect of trade receivable. What are the points? Mark that. Only bona fide sales leads to trade receivable. Mark that one. All such sales are made to approved customers, only to the approved customers. You need to check that all the sales are made to the approved customers. The customers, I mean, the customers should not be fake. They should be real. It should be made to the approved customers. Mark the word, okay? All such sales are properly recorded in the books of accounts. It should be recording tally, so whatever you are making, it should be in the books of accounts, okay. And once recorded, the data can be settled only by receipt of the cash. Okay, one, if you have recorded the sales in the books of accounts, only you can record that, you can clear the sales, um, only the data settled when the cash payment is received. I already told you that the remaining 25,000, when I receive that whole amount 50,000 rupees, then only we will consider that whole amount has been settled. We need to mark the dates also. So while doing the audit, if you want the session, I will make that separately. Just now you need to remember this for the examination purpose. And segregation of duties at every point of sales. Segregation of duties at every point of sales. Mark the word segregation of duties, okay. And data are collected on time, okay. Data are collected on time. It is important because if you do, if the customer don't pay me the amount, it may be considered as there may be a conflict between me and the customer, or sometimes it can be like the customer is fake, or we are making some illegal sales. It is also possible, no, we cannot find, the auditor cannot find that. So it should be collected on time, okay. In case of data are not collected on time, sending reminders and taking legal actions is required. Okay, you have to send the reminders because it's money, it's our money, hard-earned money. So we need to send the reminders or taking legal actions. Balances are regularly reviewed. You need to review the balance regularly. Okay. A proper system of follow-up exists, and if necessary, adequate provisions for bad debts should be made. Adequate provision for bad debt should be made. Okay. This is the revision session. I have covered this point, and also I am covering another point which is related to trade receivable. So that is page number 5.43. Trade receivable balances have been valued appropriately. Trade receivable balances has valued appropriately. Mark the word valued appropriately. Here they are asking the assertion which is valuation. Valued appropriately. So when the examiner asks in the examination, you need to remember the word so that you can get what he is asking. Okay. So what are the points? Obtain the aging report of the accounts receivable. I have already told you, obtain the aging report. What is aging report? Aging report means like I have made the sales to a customer. Okay, I need to receive in a proper period of time. There will be period according to the company's rules and regulations. But sometimes if I made the sales in this month, for example, I made the sales in the June month, I need to recover it before July. Okay, so if I made in July, I need to recover it before August, like that. Okay, so if the sales are not received from past 1 year, 2 year, or 6 months, we need to make aging because we need to track those records, right? So that's why we make aging report. If you want more further information, you can tell me. I'll explain it to you. Okay, that's it. And also obtain the list of data under the litigation and compare with the previous year. Litigation means they are under any legal compliances. Okay. Also obtain the list of any data who are under legal compliances. While you are making audit, you need to check that. Okay. Second point is done. Mark the word obtain the aging report, and in the second point, obtain the list of data under litigation. Mark the word litigation. Okay. Scrutinize and analyze identify those data which appear doubtful. So you need to scrutinize and analyze and mark those data which are doubtful. Maybe they are not going to, if you find any suspicious about some of the data, they are not going to pay on time. So you need to mark that, you need to analyze that. Okay. Discuss with the management. If anything like that, you need to discuss with the management, and he should check the provisions are made at the appropriate rates considering to the recoverability of the amount. Okay, you need to make check that provisions are made properly or not, and prepare a schedule for movement of bad debts. Prepare a schedule for movement of bad debts, and check the write-offs of the receivable. You need to check any write-offs has been made due to in respect of receivables, and balance has been approved by an appropriate authority. For example, board of directors in case of the company. Yes, sometimes board of directors tell the auditors or accountants to write off the amount because sometimes there may be conflicts between the customer and the company. So it is not possible to make further transaction in future. So, and there may be remaining receivables from the customer also, but the customer is not going to pay because there is a conflict. In that time, the director will tell you to write off the amount. Okay, yes, that's it. So these are the 2 points that may be going to ask in the examination. Other 2 points are also there. If you want that, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll make another video. Yes, that's it. Thank you so much.